Common sense is saying yes to the dress with the help of Bridal Elegance. Planning a wedding is no piece of cake, and picking a dress honestly requires a therapy session. But here at Bridal Elegance, owner Stacey Thompson has more than 10 years of experience and designer dresses to help any blushing bride look beautiful on her big day.
Loved finding my dress. Planning the wedding, that was one of my favorite things. I absolutely adored it. I love the whole fashion aspect of it. I always tell brides, you usually only get one dress. I get an entire store full.
Nestled on the corner of Torrance Boulevard and Portola Avenue, Bridal Elegance is bringing wedding dreams to life.
We are what we refer to as a full-service bridal salon, so that means that we really do everything. We do bridal, we do bridesmaid. I have some flower girls, and we do tuxedos, and we have all the accessories in the back. We do veils and headpieces. We have shoes, we have some jewelry, and then we also have a seamstress who's in-house.
The salon carries a wide variety of designer dresses, including Maggie Sottero, Justin Alexander, Kitty Chen, Wtoo, Casablanca Bridal, and several Allure Bridal lines. And new to Bridal Elegance, the House of Mooshki.
We're really excited because we are the first store in the United States to carry the line.
Very cool, and you're saying that brings people from across the nation to come to the store, these lines.
The brides have been calling House of Mooshki going, where can I find these dresses? And they're like, oh, well, you know, there's a store in Torrance. They're like, where's Torrance? So it's kind of fun, it's kind of putting us on the map.
The House of Mooshki line is based across the pond in London and designs vintage-inspired dresses that are as short as knee length and as long as floor length. The dresses come in many colors, from diamond white to even duck egg blue, and they're totally customizable and sized to fit like a glove.
We're the only store in the United States to carry that line. So it's kind of a neat little like, hey, look at us. You know, we're just in Torrance, you know, we're not Beverly Hills, we're not at, you know, some of these other places, but, you know, we got a chance to do something that was new and different, and we wanted to take advantage of it.
Bridal Elegance's specially selected lines attract brides from the Inland Empire, the Valley, to San Diego and Santa Barbara. That's more than 100 miles south and north of Torrance. Plus, the store has a unique way of attracting local brides.
The best thing in the world for us is the train, because traffic gets stopped and you're sitting there going, okay, I'm really tired, now what do I do? And they're like, oh look, there's a bridal shop. So a number of people who go, I saw you the other day when I was just sitting on Torrance Boulevard waiting for the train to go by.
Once inside, the Bridal Elegance team works hard to find the perfect dress for the big day. What is it like when a bride comes in? Like, do they usually have a vision or just say?
Most of the time they'll have an idea of what they're looking for, and what we usually will do is we'll ask them a series of questions. I mean, we want to know, you know, where are you getting married? When are you getting married? You know, do you have an idea? Do you like lace? Do you like satin? Is there a fabric you want to wear or you want to stay away from? We want to know if there's a price point or a budget point that they want to stay around. We want to be respectful of that.
Bridal Elegance is able to offer brides dresses they will love and want to say yes to at prices that won't break their budget, with most dresses priced around $1,200 to $1,800 and at most $4,000.
I never want to be the person who a bride comes in and says I want to spend $1,000 and she's standing in a $3,000 dress that she's in love with and can't figure out a way to pay for it, and that's just not fair.
Yeah.
So we try really hard to be, you know, as respectful of that as possible. And if there's something that's over budget, you know, we'll say, you know, just so you know, this one is, you know, what this price point is. Do you still want to try it on?
Yeah.
And that way she's at least aware and she's making that decision.
Weddings are once in a lifetime, but budgets play a big part. At Bridal Elegance, lines like Casablanca, based in Anaheim, work with brides to bring their vision to life without sacrificing other parts of the wedding.
This is a perfect example. I love this dress, but I don't want any beading.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, okay, cool, it's Casablanca Bridal. We'll just ask them to take off the beading. And they do it for a relatively nominal fee. I mean, they make modifications at a really good price point. We have custom designed and redone dresses to the point where they're almost unrecognizable from where they started. And they're fabulous at it.
Casablanca is one of the first lines Thompson brought into Bridal Elegance, and now she plays a major role in the dresses that end up on the racks in her store.
Typically once a year I get to go and consult with them on dresses and take a look at a collection. They'll start with 75 pieces, take it down to about 21, 22 dresses in a 2-day period. So there's things that you're looking at, the model will walk out and you're like, oh no, not that one. Or other ones you're like, yeah, I love everything about that, but we need to change this or we need to change that. And what's fun is to have a hand in that and then see that some of those dresses are on their bestseller list now.
Not only does Thompson have extensive knowledge about the industry, she has an eye for brides, especially the California girls.
It's really fun to get a chance to see things before they're done and actually say, and it's interesting to see because the last time I sat in on one, I was there with one of their reps from the East Coast. And what a difference there is between what a California bride wants and what a girl from New Jersey wants. Whew, so different.
That's good. Thank you for standing up for this California
That's
girls
right.
and what we need.
You know, we like our lighter weight, streamlined dresses.
Thompson works closely with the Casablanca line and more recently met with the Justin Alexander rep to bring out the California side of the line.
And it was really fun to have him come in and take a look, asking questions like what's selling for you, what's working, you know, what's a California bride looking for? Because these lines are designing obviously for, you know, a wide range. They are a worldwide or primarily a European-based company, but they've got a much bigger presence now in the United States. So they're really trying to kind of cater to the various areas because it's really different across the United States. I mean, the bride from California isn't wearing the same thing that the bride in New Jersey is.
Yeah.
You know, our girls want lightweight, they want, you know, elegant. You know, sometimes they'll go more boho, they'll do a little more fashion forward. The girl in Jersey's looking for lots of beading and satin. I can't tell you the last time I sold a dress that was beaded in satin.
Satin or streamlined, we haven't found the perfect dress just yet. There's still a whole lot more to explore. When we come back, we take a look at more dresses and find out the telltale signs that a bride has found the one.
It's a huge moment. My husband says it's all about the moment. And he says, you know, it's all about that buildup of, you know, the music and that, and then the doors open, and it's at that moment when everybody takes a look and he sees you for the first time. Yeah. And he says, his thing is, he said, you can't put a price tag on that moment.
We're planning the big day with the help of Bridal Elegance, taking a close look at lace, appliques, and bling. Now let's take a closer look at the Justin Alexander line.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of bags. I don't like to use them. I want brides to be able to touch and feel. Bridal is tactile. You need to be able to touch and feel. But this dress does not play well with others. It gets caught on everything.
Yeah.
So she's relegated to a bag. But the beading on this is very cool. It's very Art Deco. You know, if you were doing like a 20s inspired wedding, I think this would be a really cool dress to wear. And then really neat kind of layers as far as there's a lace layer under there, there's the beading. It's all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of beading on it.
There's a lot of beading. There's a lot going on her,
yeah.
But she's really pretty. So. But then they turn around and they give you something that, like this that's just, you know, clean, classic, timeless, you know, old Hollywood glam even, you know, depending upon how you did it.
No matter what style brides are looking for, they can find it at Bridal Elegance. If it's not a Justin Alexander, maybe a Maggie Sottero, the top-selling line.
I've been with Maggie since day one, I mean, when we opened, and what I love is the evolution of their line, because their line has really changed. They used to be really heavy dresses, and they've managed to keep their same fit. Such a wide variety of things. There's something for everybody from Maggie. You know, you want something that's simple and lace, you can do that. You want beading, we can do that. You want a ball gown. I mean, she does a little bit of everything. Maggie's great. Maggie, and we've done really, really well. That's actually top seller in the store.
But before any dresses make it on the racks at Bridal Elegance, Thompson works hard to keep up with the trends to find the kinds of dresses brides are looking for.
Going to market is huge. If you have a shop and you just sit in your shop and you don't get out there and you don't take a look what the other designers are doing, you're going to miss out on a whole lot of stuff. You get to go, you get to see what people are doing. You get, again, it's tactile. You get to see, touch, feel. You see these dresses on the runway, you see them on models. There's something that if you're just looking at a picture, there are elements you're going to miss.
Thompson keeps her finger on the pulse by checking out what her lines are doing and ones she doesn't even carry.
If you just look at what your lines are carrying, you may miss some ideas or trends and go, oh, I would never do that. But if other lines are doing it, then, you know, maybe you should hop on the bandwagon and bring in, maybe not invest a ton in that look. I would say the newest thing was going to be 2 pieces.
Thompson makes sure to buy a couple unique pieces to draw people in, and of course at least one that's over the top.
We try to buy the majority of the dresses that are going to be more mainstream, because that's the most of your brides. But you've got to have things that you're going to put on a mannequin. You know, you think about, oh, I've got to do a Christmas window. So you want something that's maybe over the top and beaded. You kind of keep that in mind. It's like, okay, nobody's going to buy that dress, but you know what? It's really spectacular, and it's going to look amazing in a window, and it's gonna draw people in.
With so many dresses to choose from and so many designs and new trends on the way, it can be overwhelming for any bride. But brides can count on the Bridal Elegance team to find the perfect fit.
I've got some of the best girls working for me. She can take a look at a girl and say, you know, I really think that you should try this on.
And the ladies of Bridal Elegance know the telltale signs that a bride has found the one.
There will be a couple of different tells when they've got the right dress on. They start to play with the fabric on the side of the dress, and there's something about the smile that they have. You can almost see in their head that they're picturing themselves on the day at that moment. And they just get a very sort of fun, playful little vibe. Some girls will literally cry. I mean, some girls, it's very emotional. And, you know, when they cry, we cry too. It's just like, oh God, we all gonna go. Everybody needs tissues.
Picking the dress is only the beginning of this fairy tale. The decision and process is filled with emotions and creates a connection between the brides and Bridal Elegance.
It's really fun to see our brides, you know, having babies, and they come in, oh look, you have to meet my little one. So it's really fun to see their lives really flourish afterwards.
We're almost ready to say I do, but before we walk down the aisle, we're gonna get some wedding and business advice. Wedding bells are ringing. Common Sense is looking for the perfect dress at Bridal Elegance in Torrance with the help of owner Stacey Thompson.
I think that girls, when they go shopping for a dress, they should go with an open mind. Bring us some ideas, bring us some pictures to give us a direction. But if we suggest something, go ahead and just be willing to give it a try. Just because it doesn't look like what you think it is on the hanger doesn't mean that we haven't seen it on a body and know that it's going to look really good. And so, trust us.
Ladies, trust Thompson. She has years of experience and has helped hundreds of brides. While she's made her mark in the wedding world now, when she first opened her doors back in 2006, she had trouble getting some dresses on the rack.
The hardest part was figuring out lines. A lot of lines are territorial, so you can't be within so many miles of somebody else that carries the line. And that's even more of a trend now than it was before.
As you can see, Thompson has no problem with her inventory now. Breathtaking gowns line the walls of the salon. Instead, Thompson makes her orders with a strategy in mind.
So you really have to buy smart. You know, now maybe trying to figure out, like bringing in some dresses that maybe serve some plus sizes or things that you could maybe sell off the rack a little bit differently. So just a different approach to it.
And her experiences along the way have shaped her orders, especially when it comes to different sizes.
That's one of the things that we're really working on, is enhancing our collection of plus size dresses. And Casablanca this season is adding what they're calling their classic cut, and it's a cut a little bit more friendly to a woman's body, and there's no additional charge for their plus size.
Another department Thompson is an expert at is timing. She recommends picking a dress 8 to 10 months in advance. That's right, almost a year before the wedding. That gives lines enough time to make and ship the dresses, and in case brides want any custom changes. But if a bride is down to the wire, Thompson's team can make it happen.
If a girl's getting married really quick, okay, well, what are you looking for? And then we start checking our stock. What do our lines have available? I mean, it becomes a challenge, and you're like, okay, well, what can we do? What can we find? So
it's like the clock's running down. You're getting them this dress, and they're always so grateful after, I'm sure, too.
Well, because sometimes they think, oh, I'm really gonna have to settle, and it's like, wait, you know, you may have to give up, like, you know, you wanted a 20-foot train.
Yeah.
Well, if I got a month, I'm not going to be able to pull that off. But, you know, I can pull off a lot of stuff.
It's that dedication to the bride and the big day that helped crown this boutique a Daily Breeze South Bay's best, and why brides are telling other brides.
Referrals are huge. You know, as much of the advertising as we might do, you know, it's so much fun to look at the cards that they fill out, and it says, well, how did you hear about us? And it's, you know, a friend referred me, a friend told me that I should come here, or my sister bought her dress, or my cousin bought her dress. So it's really, really fun to see that people had a good experience and that they're referring their friends to come back.
And word of mouth is like the best. Like, you can buy an advertisement and that means nothing to anyone, but for friends, like, hey, try this, it means like 100%
It's huge.
more.
It makes a big difference. And it's not like you're going to get a lot of repeat customers in this business, you know? At least we hope we don't get a lot of repeat.
We're not hoping for repeats.
Yeah,
We're hoping for referrals.
We want forever.
And from the woman who has seen it all, she has a few words of wisdom for brides out there.
And when you find the dress, like the guy, quit looking.
And as a business owner, she has some advice for entrepreneurs too.
If you have a passion, you should follow it, because the passion shows through. You know, if you really love what you do, you're going to love doing it. You're going to enjoy getting up in the morning and going, oh, hey, I'm going to work today. And it doesn't seem like work.
Thompson has definitely found her happily ever after, helping brides find the perfect wedding dress. She's been doing it for more than a decade and can't wait for the next chapter of her life with Bridal Elegance.
It doesn't feel like it's been 10 years. It's hard to believe that it's been 10 years. I mean, we started this and I had 2 kids in high school and 1 in college, and now my last one is in college and graduating in May. So yeah, it's kind of neat. It's really fun.
Special thanks to Bridal Elegance and Stacey Thompson for welcoming us into their boutique. If you're looking for a wedding dress, head to 2172 Torrance Boulevard or give them a call at 310-406-3917. And next time you're on Facebook, head to our page Common Sense Torrance and like us.
I couldn't spend all day around these beautiful dresses without at least trying some on. But before I put the next one on, I've got to say goodbye to you. So thank you so much for watching Common Sense, where we offer you a rare, behind-the-scenes look at local businesses and explore the secrets to their success.